If you'd rather fight a bear than attend a crowded concert, congratulations. Your brain just saved you from a psychological nightmare that most people are too distracted to notice. And no, you're not damaged. You're just seeing something everyone else is blind to. Picture this. It's Saturday night. Your phone buzzes. Hey, we're all meeting at that new downtown spot. Super packed, but the vibe is amazing. And immediately, your soul leaves your body. Not because you hate fun, but because your brain just calculated the cost of that vibe and decided bankruptcy isn't worth it. You're not broken, you're not boring, and you're definitely not the problem. Your psychology is just playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Let me break down what's really happening in that beautiful, complicated brain of yours. Number 1, your brain has zero chill, and that's actually genius. Most people's brains come with a spam filter. Walk into a crowd, their brain deletes 90% of the input. Ignore that guy's laugh, ignore the flickering light, ignore the 17 conversations happening at once. Your brain? It's screenshotting everything, recording, analyzing, cross-referencing. Scientists call this sensory processing sensitivity. Fancy term for your brain is that friend who notices everything and remembers everything and never lets anything go. Every time someone shifts their weight, every micro-expression that flashes across a stranger's face, every tonal change in the background music, you're processing it all simultaneously. It's like everyone else is watching life in 480p and you're stuck with an 8K IMAX experience you never asked for. Research shows that approximately 20% of the population has this heightened sensitivity, which means 1 in 5 people is walking around with their nervous system permanently set to perceive literally everything or die trying. And here's what makes it even intense. Your brain doesn't just collect this information, it stores it, categorizes it, and references it later. That random interaction from 3 weeks ago that nobody else remembers, your brain filed it under possibly relevant and keeps pulling it up for review. It's not overthinking, it's your neural network doing exactly what it was designed to do. Make sense of complex patterns others miss entirely. Here's the wild part. This trait kept humans alive for millennia. While the extroverts were vibing around the campfire, your ancestors were the ones who heard the predator approaching, who noticed the poisonous plant, who sensed danger before it arrived. You're not too much. You're exactly what survival needed. But modern society, yeah, it wasn't designed for people who actually pay attention. Number 2, you're not antisocial, you're anti-BS. Let's get one thing straight. You don't hate people, you hate the performance. In crowds, everyone's wearing a mask. The "I'm having so much fun" mask, the "I'm totally listening" mask, the "I'm fine, everything's fine" mask while their eye is literally twitching. And you can see through every single one. It's exhausting, not because you're judgmental, but because your brain is constantly translating the real conversation happening beneath the words, the body language, the energy, the truth nobody's saying out loud. Psychologists call this high perceptual sensitivity. Your emotional radar is so finely tuned, you're basically a human lie detector who didn't ask for the job. One study from Cambridge University found that people who prefer solitude score significantly higher in emotional intelligence than their crowd-loving counterparts. Translation, you're not socially inept, you're socially sophisticated. You just refuse to play pretend. You'd rather have one honest conversation at 3 a.m. than attend 50 networking events where everyone's performing their highlight reel. And honestly, that's not a flaw, that's integrity. The problem isn't that you can't do small talk, it's that your brain experiences it like chewing on cardboard while everyone else acts like it's a 5-star meal. Your nervous system craves substance, depth, real connection. And when forced to engage in surface-level exchanges, it's like asking a philosopher to get excited about discussing the weather. You're capable of it, sure, but at what cost? Number 3, your dopamine system said, nah, I'm good. Here's where your brain gets really interesting. Dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, works completely differently for you. When extroverts walk into a party, their brains throw a dopamine parade. Fireworks, confetti, the whole deal. Your brain, cricket sounds. Instead of dopamine, your system runs on acetylcholine, a completely different neurotransmitter that rewards introspection, deep focus, and, wait for it, being alone. It's not that social situations don't reward you, it's that your brain literally gets its high from different sources. Reading a book at midnight, taking a solo walk where nobody asks you questions, sitting in a quiet room just thinking. While extroverts need external stimulation to feel alive, you need internal space to access your full operating system. Neuroscientists discovered that introverted brains actually have thicker gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for complex thinking and planning. So when you're doing nothing, your brain is actually doing everything: processing, connecting, creating. You're not wasting time. You're composing symphonies in your head while everyone else is listening to elevator music. That's not weird. That's evolutionary brilliance. Number 4, you're basically an emotional Wi-Fi router. Ever walk into a space and immediately know something's wrong, even when everyone's smiling? That's because your brain has what psychologists call mirror neurons on steroids. You don't just observe emotions, you download them. Spend an hour in a crowd, and you're not just managing your own feelings, you're accidentally absorbing everyone else's emotional stress, anxiety, excitement, and chaos like some kind of emotional sponge nobody asked to be. It's psychological overload. Your nervous system is trying to process 300 people's emotional data while also remembering to breathe. No wonder you need 3 business days to recover from a 2-hour event. But here's the superpower part. This makes you one of the most emotionally intelligent people in any room. You understand subtext, you read between the lines, you sense what people need before they say it. Most people barely understand their own emotions. You're out here understanding everyone's emotions. That's not a curse, that's a gift most people would break under. And finally, number 5, you're not running from life, you're running towards yourself. Society has this weird obsession with equating busy and loud with successful and happy. If you're not at every event, posting every moment, surrounding yourself with people 24/7, you're somehow failing at life. But here's what they don't understand. You figured out what most people spend decades avoiding. Silence isn't empty, it's where clarity lives. Solitude isn't loneliness, it's where you actually meet yourself. You're not missing out. You're opting out of a system that was never built for people who think deeply, feel deeply, and see deeply. You understand something profound. The quietest rooms often hold the loudest truths. Your peace isn't isolation, it's liberation. So the next time someone asks, why don't you go out more? Just remember, they're asking why you don't drain yourself to fit into spaces that were never designed for minds like yours. You're not broken. You're not boring. You're not antisocial. You're just built for depth in a world obsessed with noise. And honestly, that's exactly what makes you fascinating. So tell me, are you team crowds give me life or team I'd rather befriend a cactus? Drop it in the comments. Let's find our people. If this resonated, hit subscribe and click this next video on screen. It dives into another introvert trait most people misunderstand and will feel uncomfortably accurate.